Amigos de películas, soy Gaby Cam y estoy muy feliz de saludarlos desde las alturas de Londres, una de mis ciudades favoritas, y estoy aquí para el evento cinematográfico del año, Avatar, el camino del agua. Ya llega a Cinemex y vamos a conversar con todo el elenco de esta película. Zoe Saldaña, Sam Worthington, Kate Winslet y, por supuesto, James Cameron, quien fue quien nos regaló esta gran experiencia hace 13 años y que sigue cumpliendo sus sueños con esta historia. No te puedes perder este especial de película.
Treat them as our brothers and sisters. Teach them our ways. Keep up, Forest Boy!
If you want to live here, you have to ride.
Let's do it.
I was just telling you that this was a life-changing experience for me because when I watched the first Avatar, every single time I watch a 3D film from then on, it just comes up short. You know,
Yes.
So I wanted to ask you, being part of this film, what's that one thing that you know, whatever you do from now on in your lives, or what you've done after Avatar, the first one, you will always compare that part to whatever you do from now on?
I mean, I try not to compare it because if I prevent myself from falling into that mistake, then I won't be disappointed. You know, like, because every experience will be unique within its own, so only focusing on Avatar, it was quite impactful in my life for sure, in my personal life, but also in my journey as an artist. It really taught me a lot of things. It taught me to be really just relentless with the people that I work with, in terms of like I need to be surrounded by people that are always pushing themselves, that are naturally curious, but are naturally also like collaborative.
That's a crazy experience, and I actually wanted to ask you that. Did it change what you thought you could do? Like, did it change your own perspective of yourself, playing this character in any way?
I'm fearless. I like challenges. I like diving in, and so when your boss says we're going to do something that's never been done, I'm already bombied in the pool while everyone's talking about it. You know, I like the fact that Jim tries to do things and he doesn't have the answers of how we're going to do it. You solve it as you go, you know. And you know, performance capture was hard enough on the first one.
Yeah.
You know, as actors, we're doing scenes that most actors are going to find difficult on dry land, and we just put them 30 feet deep with no oxygen. To me, I love trailblazing.
I mean, I definitely was surprised by my physical ability with so many different sides of it, and not just the breath holding, but you know, there's lots of battle sequences that involve real physical agility. And I love that. I mean, that's very much a part of my life, and I don't often get to play roles that require much physicality in that way. So, yeah, it was fantastic for me to do something different like that. I loved it.
I mean, the breath holding part, how long was it? Like 7 minutes?
7 minutes and 14
I'm
seconds.
drowning at like 30 seconds, Kate.
Yeah, but you have to learn how to do it. It's a skill. It's something that you have to be taught properly how to do.
Cass, that's all they see.
I see.
I cannot think of science fiction and having a female heroine without thinking of you. Like, I remember the first time I saw you on screen, and you were the first person that made me want to be a badass in real life. And I wanted to ask you, you obviously open a door that allows us to see characters like Kiri nowadays. What makes you the proudest about that?
Well, it is quite an amazing journey. Kiri to me is, in a way, the opposite of what I'm known for as Ripley. She does find in herself the strength and power to survive and to, you know, destroy the alien, etc. And Kiri is a much more gentle character, and she does get, you know, motivated to use her whatever these powers are to help protect her family. But I think that's a very emotional, you know, I think it's the power of her emotion and her love that she's able to communicate. So they're very different, and I have to say I feel it's a great departure for me, a great opportunity for me to play something I would never ordinarily be cast in at the age of whatever I was. And so I just feel like it was such new territory, and I enjoyed it so much.
I feel like Kiri has second thoughts about her gift, you know? She wants to be normal, and I also think that you have a gift on what you do. Did you ever have second thoughts about that? Did you ever wish you were not that good at what you were good
Well, I never thought I was that good. But it took me a long time to ever say to anyone, I'm going to be an actor. I wasn't one of these children who grew up. I might have been doing stupid little skits and stuff, but I never announced that I was going to be an actor until I understood in my mid-20s that I would be able to make a living. That was the test. And since then, it's really been a lot of good luck and wanting to work. My only goal, frankly, was to be someone people wanted to work with again. And with Jim Cameron, it has paid off handsomely.
You know, I think James Cameron is great at writing like female characters, and I love that about him because every single time I watch his characters on screen, I feel empowered. And I was wondering if it has empowered you somehow to portray them as well.
Well, I've always been drawn to strong female characters, obviously. I love telling stories that convey a degree of truth and integrity. But certainly I love playing roles that do inspire and empower other people. And you're right that Jim is so skilled at creating roles for women that it's not just about them being strong, but they're physically really capable, they're very powerful emotionally, and they are leaders. And that, I think, is really impressive and exciting. And so, yes, I was inspired by the whole process of making the film and very inspired by this story.
Protect the people.
I feel like there's nothing more beautiful to say to someone than I see you.
Yeah.
So I wanted to ask you, in which ways did making this film made you feel seen, not only as artists but also as people?
Oh God, where do I start? To be seen by someone like James Cameron, it starts there. It gives you a boost of confidence. It gives you this kind of, adrenaline that compels you to just, work really hard. To collaborate with colleagues that you respect, and whose respect you earn as well is quite remarkable. And then to work with a crew like that, like Jim's crew, these are people that have been with him since, like, some of them since Titanic, and they are loyal to Jim because they grow so much as as artists respectively, in their own craft by working with someone like Jim.
Sam?
It was cool for me to see the teenage actors in this, like Jamie and Britton and
Trinity
and Bailey. Like, it was cool for me to see that they're playing teenage characters that could be in any other movie about you teenagers trying to find their place in the world. They just happen to be doing it in an intergalactic battle with dragonfly creatures with crocodile mouths, But the problems that this family are going through and that they're going through in teenagers are relatable, and that's of a teenager saying, hey, I'm here, can you see me for who I am? I'm not just a baby anymore, I'm growing into my own adult. So it was cool to see that development.
Difficult enough to be a teenager, I think.
Yeah,
oh my God,
but then when you've got parents who are warriors, on another kind of universe,
It's a difficult question, I think. I've been very fortunate in my career that I have played a lot of roles that I have felt I've had real command of, and I've been the person behind a lot of the decisions that were made creatively about who that character would be. So I think career-wise, I have experienced, quite a lot of circumstances where I have felt acknowledged and seen by my peers, by some of the directors that I've worked with, and I have definitely been very fortunate.
Avatar, El Camino del Agua ya está en Cinemex y créeme, no te la quieres perder. Nos vemos la próxima.
Let's get it done.